Welcome back to Hawk Talk here on a Thursday night at Falmouth, and Hyannis dropping their 6th straight loss, an 8-2 loss here at Gov Fuller Field. And Gabe, it was a tough one from the beginning, as 3 runs in that first inning allowed by Andrew Gonzalez, and then another 3 runs in the 5th inning. Pitching has really been a problem for Hyannis, as they have not led a single game since Saturday at Harwich, a 12-4 loss. Gabe, what do you make of those pitching stats and just the minus 26 run differential that Hyannis is sitting in right now?
Well, I think you have to look at a lot of it for Hyannis. And pitching-wise, Gonzalez came in, and he had that big first inning where he kind of lost control a little bit. He came back then, and he went 3 straight innings where he sat down the side there, and then he got taken out as he let off that first hit. Then Gavin came in, Gavin struggled, and that's kind of how it has trickled down for them. Starting pitching, while they go out early, they've never been the true problem. Maybe they allow a couple of runs early on, but it's still a chance for them to get back. But it's been when it gets to the bullpen that they just haven't been able to hold games to what the runs are and let the team come back.
That top of the 5th inning, a big moment for Hyannis, as they scored one of their 2 runs in the game. A Ford Proctor single into left field, and really some momentum busted up there, as you let up 3 runs in that bottom half of the 5th inning, and you take all the wind beneath these Harbor Hawk hitters. 8 hits today, however, and 2 of those hits belonging to our very own Trey Truitt. Here's Nicole Hansen with Trey Truitt on the interview.
I'm here with our Hawk Talk player of the game, Trey Truitt. Now, your hitting's really been improving the last couple of games. What have you been working on to get better?
Mainly just to go back to the basics, stay small, not be too big in the box, and just try to be more consistent, put the bat on the ball, limit the strikeouts, and let the game do its work.
And now, what do you think the team as a whole needs to do to improve on the hitting? You guys have been getting better getting the hits, but they haven't really been crossing over to the plate. What do you think they need to do to improve?
You're right. We match every team for hits. I think the biggest thing is when situations come up, be better situationally. When we get runners in scoring position, get them over, get them in, every time.
And what's the biggest strength of this team? You've seen a lot of things that they've been faulting on, something that needs to work on, but what's the biggest strength that you've seen in this team so far?
Definitely fielding. Fielding's been very well, and also our hitting. It's just the situational part. Like I said, we're getting hits. We're matching teams with hits. We got great hitters. We just need to be better situationally, and then the sky's the limit at that point.
What's the one thing this team needs to do to get this first win under their belt?
Limit walks, and just keep our game going and stay team-oriented and just play our game. And just, like I said, the biggest thing is situational hitting. Once we get that going and everybody gets the flow going, the sky's the limit. We'll start winning a bunch.
All right, great. Thanks so much. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Nicole and Trey. And Gabe, I know you were listening in on the interview. What do you have to say about Trey Truitt's thoughts?
Well, I think it's really been simple for what Hyannis, and I think he understands it, that it's just simple situational hitting. We talked about it before. Bases loaded with 2 outs, and they just weren't able to get a run there. They've had multiple times. They have a lot of left on bases in these couple of games that they played so far, and that's been the biggest thing. They get a lot of hits when there's 2 outs. They leave guys a lot on base. So I think Truitt understands what they have to do, and it just comes down to doing it in games.
We're going to move to a new segment into Hawk Talk Trivia, where Gabe will ask me, the newcomer, Jack Keffer, an interesting question about Cape Cod League baseball or just life in general. Gabe, what do you have for me this afternoon?
All right, Jack, since you're new here, we'll test on championships. Who has the longest drought here on the Cape so far?
Gabe, I'm going to go with the Falmouth Commodores.
That is correct.
What was the year?
The year was 1980.
Okay,
Falmouth.
Okay.
For Falmouth, they are 5-1 though, starting this year. And who is the second longest drought? I hope you know this one.
I do know this one. It is our very own Harbor Hawks, correct? 1991, I believe, is their last championship. Yes, am I right here?
You are right.
Had the new
your homework.
Yes, there we go. Ending Falmouth, Hyannis here, the 2 longest droughts in the Cape Cod League Championship Series, both looking for their first Cape Cod League Championship in a while, but both starting at very different ends. Falmouth at 5-1, top of the division, and of course Hyannis Harbor Hawks at 0-6 in last place. They'll look for their first win tomorrow night at home against Harwich. We'll see you there.